Hey y'all, so I'm sorry that it has taken so long, but here is finally the video of everything I ordered from The Healthy Hermit on Etsy. So she has these cards that she ordered from another hermit crab owner, Miss Lakers. She has the really cool hermit crab section dishes that are really cute. But anyway, it's just a little personal card to say thank you that she sends. See how you're doing. Now, here's everything that I ordered. So I have some oak bark limbs. I can't get organic oak bark where I'm at because they spray for mosquitoes and such. So I ordered some from her. I have a piece of oak bark for my isopods to put in there. I got some apple sticks. My crabs really like the oak bark, so I'm kind of excited to see how they react to this. I have my papaya. This is a large sea urchin spine. She also has smaller ones as well. It's really pretty. It's like a dark purple color. This is the pink sea urchin. This is just for calcium. It also looks good in the tank. This is my large barnacle cluster. She has a small and a large. Now y'all can see just how large it actually is. It's pretty big and it's beautiful. It's like a pink and purple color. Now this one was $6, but it just looks good in the tank. Gives them calcium. They can climb all over it. Just a little addition. Now here's some stuff that I ordered. Bloodworms, powdered eggs, river shrimp, rolled oats, the brown whole grain rice, plankton. Now here's some samples that she sends. She always sends like a goji berry, a piece of almond leaf. Now I have some of these in my freezer already. Some really large ones. They're like 4 or 5 inches long. And I ground them up and I sprinkle them on the substrate. My crabs absolutely love it. So I have some crawfish exoskeleton, more bloodworms. Now I ordered all kinds of things from her site. And I've tried a few already if you've been following my nightly menus. My crabs have really loved a lot of stuff from her. Some almonds. That's more rolled oats. She also sends these little pink serving spoons. I absolutely love these. It's the perfect size. If you're not sure quite how to, not quite sure how to measure out how much food to feed them, it gives you just a little bit of a measurement to know, if you're feeding too much. But you can also tell by just seeing how much is left over in the tank. I mean, if you have a lot of food left over every time that you clean out your food bowl, then you're probably overfeeding your crabs, and you should probably cut back a little bit. I mean, it's not terrible to overfeed them. It doesn't hurt them at all, but it's just kind of wasting food. I mean, they eat so little. Now I have one of each of her mixes. My crabs love her mixes, and what I did was I made a feeding schedule with one mix every night with some other single items on the side to kind of benefit. Like the Be Mine doesn't really have many proteins, like animal proteins, crickets, bloodworms, etc. So I add some to that, on the side. Same with the Fruity Flowers. Now this is their absolute favorite mix, this one and the Be Mine. So I got the bigger bags of these so that, I can feed a little extra because they clean out the bowl every single time that I feed those two mixes. I'm just showing you all the little things in case you want to make an order. You can see, you can get some of this, you can get whole. The bloodworms, I know you can get whole. The crickets, you can choose between whole or ground up. I usually get ground up simply because I have some really small ones. My Ecuadorians and 2 of my purple pinchers are very small. So I try to keep everything ground up. Sorry about my dog. It's okay, Maddie. Good girl. Here's another sample she always sends is the organic green sand. My crabs really love this, but I always forget to order a bigger bag of it every time. The chicken heart. Now the chicken heart, I got a bigger one at one point in time, and my crabs went absolutely crazy. They drug it all over the tank. They ate on it for probably about 2 weeks. They absolutely loved the chicken heart. So I highly recommend that one if you want to try it. Now that's everything that I ordered in my last order. Oh, and the coconut oil. Now it solidifies when it gets hot, but it turns into a solid whenever it cools down. And I just kind of scoop a little bit out. If you can see, I just scoop a tiny bit out and they pick at it and eat on what they want. Now I also have some other items that I've ordered from her before. I've ordered a huge bag of crushed oyster shells. I have this, and then I have some that aren't frozen that I just kind of sprinkle all over the substrate. These, I used to keep them in a mason jar in the summer in the freezer. That way if the tank gets too hot, I just set the mason jar of these in the tank to kind of cool it down overall. Then I have a big bag of chia seeds that I got from Walmart. I think it was $7. Now I've had this bag for quite a few months and I haven't even used half. I sprinkle them all over to let them grow in the tank. I feed them. You know, they normally eat a lot of the seeds and then the rest will sprout. But it's definitely worth the money. I mean, it's only $7, but it'll last you for quite a while. And the bag itself reseals, but I also keep it in here because, I mean, I have dogs and they chew everything. And of course, this is the basket that I keep in the freezer. Now, I will be adding all of these dry foods into my freezer basket. It just kind of helps them last longer. You know, they don't go bad. I have coconut. I have a couple little mixes that I had made myself a while back when I was first starting out. These are the mixes that I first ordered from her, the first round. It's just the same mixes that I'm still working on. I've had them for probably about a month and a half, I think, and I still haven't used half of any of them. So they do go a long way because, again, you're not feeding that much. But, of course, my Fruity Flowers is probably the one that's almost empty. I bought this at Petco, I believe. It was like $6, and it is ground up crickets, bloodworms, I believe, and grasshoppers. Just not ground up, but it's whole crickets, bloodworms, and grasshoppers. So I feed some of those whenever I need extra protein with the food mixes. And then I have, of course, some mixes that I got from the Hermit Crab patch when I first started. This is the Spinach-tastic. My crabs, they kind of like it and they kind of don't. It kind of depends on the day. Some days they go crazy over it and other days they don't. This is a honey coral calcium powder I got from the Hermit Crab patch. They really do love this. So I keep a calcium dish with this, oyster shells, another little supplement calcium powder, and worm castings. I keep that in the tank at all times. Now I do have these. They say that pellet treats are terrible for your crabs because they have all these ingredients in them. But I found this one on the Hermit Crab Patch website and I ordered it. I haven't really fed it to them though. I ordered it because I thought it would be safe, and then I saw a couple of ingredients that were on the non-safe list. So I just haven't thrown it away yet. But they did seem to like it when I did feed it. I only fed it a couple of times. But I don't recommend it personally, simply because there are some ingredients that aren't good for them in there. And if I can't pronounce it, I'm not going to feed it to them. And of course, I have some other things, my popcorn mixes. This is a raspberry treat that we made. It is organic raspberries, honey coral calcium powder, and honey. I ground it up, and then I froze it, and I'll kind of scoop some out and let it thaw out and feed it to them. It's kind of like a little ice cream treat for them. They really like it. Plus, whenever it's really hot, it'll cool down the tank, you know, gives them something cool to eat. Here's some more of my crickets and grasshoppers. I actually ordered these from The Healthy Hermit before I found this. This was cheaper in the long run because of shipping and everything, but this is a really great price if you're going to regularly order from her. I think they're only like $1 for a bag, so I just mixed them all together since, I mean, they all go together anyway. But yeah, that is everything. Oh, this is something that I found. It's actually for hermits, but my E's really love the alfalfa hay in it. It's just some random flower petals and hay all mixed together. And I just sprinkle it on the substrate just like I do my leaf litter. So they drag it around, they eat it, they hide in it kind of like it's a moss pit. So they like it. But anyway, that is my messy, very messy hermit crab food supply. Just everything that I have for them. I have a little feeding schedule if you've seen some of my latest posts. And that's it. I just kind of, you know, learn as I go. But I definitely recommend The Healthy Hermit if you're looking for some organic foods. My options are kind of limited where I am, and so I absolutely love supporting her anyway. She's a dear friend. So it just works out, and I made this huge order. I'm hoping that all of your orders come in, those of you that made an order. I'm really excited. So I can't wait to see them.